everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Game Changer, and this week's video is about your failures don't determine your destiny. Yes, this week's video is about your failures don't determine your destiny. And if you're wondering like how can you tell that your failures don't determine your destiny when a failure is a failure? Yes, a failure is a failure, but what I want you to know that your failure doesn't determine your destiny. It's your attitude towards your failure that determines your destiny. If I have to repeat it again, I'm going it for you. So your failure doesn't determine your destiny. Your failures don't determine your destiny, but your attitude towards your failures determine your destiny. So I want to take an example of like the everyday practical thing that we use. Someone who failed a lot of times in his life. I want to talk to you about Thomas Edison. He was a guy who invented the light bulb that we use in our rooms all over the world. So this guy, the Thomas Edison, this guy, before he invented the light bulb, he was unsuccessful in his attempt like 1,000 times. Can you imagine, like 1,000 times he was unsuccessful in his invention? Like 1,000 times he's unsuccessful clearly means he failed 1,000 times. That means for 1,000 times he had to deal with his failure, but he did not accept the failure. That's why I said your failure doesn't determine your destiny. It's your attitude towards your failure that determines your destiny. So why did I choose this guy, Thomas Edison? Is because of not because of his success he got in one time, but because of the failures he had the 1,000 times. A lot of people might look at you and be like, oh, that person is never gonna make it, that thing is never gonna happen in their life. But what I want you to know is that nothing is impossible with God. When you look into the life of Thomas Edison, like he was called like a stupid man, and he himself like was had so much inferior thing because of the way people treated him, because he was like considered as a dumb kid in school. But that did not stop him to pursue what God placed in his heart. Today, if we are like experiencing this wonderful thing called light, even at midnight or whenever we like in the darkness, we can just switch on the light bulb and it glows. The reason why we are experiencing it is because that one person did not give up on his dreams. That one person, even though he went through 1,000 failures, still kept on his faith. It's your faith that will get you through your failures, because the word of God says in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully I'm right, because I don't want to say the word of God which I'm not. Yeah, Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6, it says, it is impossible to please God without faith. No matter what you do, no matter how much you cry, what God is looking for is more than your tears, your faith, because that faith is what moves the heart of God. You may be going through a failures right now. The world might be looking like, okay, this person has failed so much time in his life and nothing is going right. But what God is looking at you is in that failures. It's what God is want to look into you is your faith to stand up, get back again. Just like Thomas Edison, he did not give up even for that 1,000, like 100, the 100th time that he failed, he did not give up. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000 times he did not give up. And I'm sure each time he learned something new. Each time he changed his approach. Each time there was something he learned through the failures. And finally, there was one thing that changed his life forever. And that was that miracle of inventing the light bulb. I don't know what God placed in your heart that he's wanting you to pursue, but all you see is failures around. All you see is unbelief in the people when they look at your life. All you see is like nobody having belief in you, not even your own self. But I want you to know that if God has placed in your heart, just pursue it. Don't let your failures limit your success, because your failures do not determine your future or your destiny. But your attitude towards your failures determine your destiny. So no matter what you're going through, I want you to take failure as a positive thing. I want you to take failure as something, a learning experience that will be helpful when you conquer and reach to that highest level, that you will be able to guide others not to make that same mistake. And that's why I made this video, that a lot of people like give up when they fail, feel like that's over. No, it's not over. Your failure is not the end of life. It's the phase where you learn and retake it. So that's why I want you to know and be encouraged with the life of Thomas Edison, who failed like 1,000 times, yet he did not give up, who was considered as a dumb kid in his school, but he did not give up. Now, I'm sure so many people would have come to Thomas Edison and you know, during his 500 time of his failure, maybe some great scholar would have come and, you know, spoke to him like, you know what, I'm like, you know, I've got this thing, I've made big in life, I'm a scholar and I've studied so much, and you know, the guy who must be talking to him might be from the top university, and you know, even laughed at his dream of inventing a light bulb. But what I want you to know is, this many ages down the line, now I never met Thomas Edison personally, neither did you, but still we know him, still we use his invention, is because he did not give up. When people who were putting him down, he did not accept what people were believing for him. He did not even accept his failures. He did not even believe what he was seeing in his surroundings or in his failures. But what he believed was the dream that he held on to. What he believed was a desire that was placed to invent that light bulb. Now that's just an example, but each of our purpose is different. Now I don't know what is God placing in your heart to carry on even through the failures, and to take that step of faith and not think like it's over, because it is not over until what dream you have has come into existence and into fulfillment. And that's why I want to encourage you all that your failures do not determine your destiny, but it's your attitude towards your failures that determines your destiny. Hope you all have a great week. See you all next week, and nice to see you all. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell button next to it. It'll keep us connected. Every time I post on the video, it'll give you a notification. And if you like my video, don't forget to click the like button. Love you all. See you all next week. Bye.